So, this is the Meat Pod is back.
It's been on
for one night only, perhaps.
quite a bit of a hiatus.
Well, we've been training in the hyperbolic time chamber because we had to train to get ready for the specialists of guests. I know we had Chip before. He's not the specialist of guests. No. We have one way specialer.
Yes.
We have the one and only down south representative. 407 Florida boy, OG Mike.
What it do?
Live in the Meat Pod studio
at Meat Pod HQ
is OG Mike. OG Mike, are you happy to be here? Please say yes.
Man, I'm excited. I'm stoked to be here today. I'm ready to get turned up.
You ready to turn up?
Turn up, get live, get buck.
Get buck. What does that mean?
So, get buck is
actually, before you say it, can I tell you what I think get buck means?
What's get buck means to you, man?
As far as I know, get buck means get naked, which I don't plan on doing.
Nah. Some will get buck like that. But get buck is pretty much, another slang term of, get wild and everything. Go crazy.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sort of like get crunk, am I right?
Yeah, we get crunk.
Going buck wild, man.
Yeah, we get hype and everything. Anything that will get you hype, that's pretty much get buck.
All right, that's good to know. So I know that I can get buck 24/7 whenever I want.
Fully clothed.
Yeah.
So
you can get buck in the bedroom with somebody,
Indeed. So, as far as I know, or rather, I do know, OG Mike, you actually requested to be on the Meat Pod. Of course, we've mentioned you on the Meat Pod a few times. We were happy to say yes, but you actually wanted to be on.
Yes, I heard, good things, about the Meat Pod thing, and, I just let me go ahead and put myself out there for the people that's on this thing, since, I heard, great reviews of my little segment with y'all boys, so.
Ask OG Mike. Instant classic here on the Meat Pod.
Have you heard your own segments on the Meat Pod? Have you listened to the episodes with you in it?
Yeah, I listened to a couple, and it was actually quite funny. It was actually quite funny how some of the questions that was asked that I went out there.
You did go out there.
Yes, you did.
I went there on some of the answers, and I was just like, I didn't realize I did a big pop on it.
Now, the best thing about Ask OG Mike is you never really know what you're going to say, which is the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's why we always wanted to ask you these questions, because you'll always surprise me. And if you do remember, in one of our Ask OG Mike segments, we just kind of censored everything you said as if you were saying the most profane thing in the world, which was partially true. Do you remember what you actually said, though?
Most of it, but not all.
All right. Yeah. So let me ask you the question again, then, and see if your answer has changed. What was it?
If you were to be a girl for a day, would you?
Oh, yeah. No, the answer still stands.
Okay.
Where I stand before. Okay. No, I would not.
But if you didn't have the option and you were a girl for a day, what would you do?
Pretty much be a hoe all day.
Yep, that's the same answer. Yep. I got a question for you right now, though. It's a little different question. Every now and then when I see you, or I used to anyway, ask what you did for work, what your job was. And you would always give me the same answer, which was, I hustle. And you would not elaborate on what that meant. Now, are you willing to expand on that, or can you explain what hustling means?
Yes, so absolutely. So there are different types of hustling methods.
Okay.
Some people do hustling the legal way. Some people do hustling the illegal way.
Right. Not you, though.
Oh, no, not me. Nah, I don't do the thing that's going to jeopardize my freedom. But no, I do have a main job. I actually do security for a theater in Times Square.
Oh,
very nice.
So there's times where we're busy and then we're not busy. So just to keep myself afloat and everything, because I'm not like many people who have full-time quote jobs and everything, or that 9 to 5 or whatnot. So I pretty much do a lot of different side hustles. And what I realized about up north, especially in New York, where I reside, is there's a lot of easy money stuff that you could do to make money. Some do deliveries, some do passing flyers, and then there's like extra events going out where they need, special hands to do, tell people to the red. We need volunteers to do that. And, they give a little side money, on the side and everything. Of course, tax and everything. But when I say hustle, I'm always a person that I'm always about getting money any kind of way and form, as long as it's legal and it's right. Because that's the right thing to do. So, not the wrong thing, because, the wrong way gets you in trouble and go to jail and everything. But, I always learn, especially from my time growing up, is just, you never want to put yourself in one place and rely on that one factor, because you never know what could happen. So, I always just, keep other stuff out there to find ways to make money, especially if I'm on my day off. It's like the whole saying, if you can make money in your sleep, why not make money when you're on your day off?
I've never heard that saying, but it makes sense.
It's a good saying.
Now, you said you work security, though, as kind of like a main side hustle.
Right.
Have you ever had to take anyone down?
I had to throw some people out.
And what do you do when people are,
acting up?
Acting a fool in a bad way?
So my job, they know that I'm the muscle of the
obviously
group.
It's clear. They see those calves and they don't want any part of it. You should. From now on, when you work your security job, I want you in shorts, so that way people can see your calves.
I look weird in shorts.
The audience needs to know that OG Mike has the largest calves in the world of pure muscle.
But it's just natural. It's just natural.
That's it. Yeah.
But when I have to throw some people out, and sometimes, I'm like, I try to be reasonable, trying to let people know, hey, you calm that down. Not trying to stir the people, because sometimes it's like a quiet show sometimes, and we don't want interrupting people to mess up the show. But then when people, act a fool, I kind of like, I need you to step up. I need you to stand up. I need you to take a walk with me. And then when that don't work, then it's all about start doing the Uncle Phil. Just pick them up, take them from the waistline.
Just jazz them out.
Throw them out the door.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this security job, it seems pretty interesting. Have you met any interesting people?
Actually, I have. So this theater is called the Town Hall. And it's a historical building. It's been in the city for years and years and years. And people be sleeping on it, where we do get a good amount of celebrities to do certain shows, certain podcasts, certain concerts. And then on top of that, people come to speak. We have celebrity even being an audience. So I seen several celebrities, well known. Sometime like last month, we actually had a show with one of the sites. Mm-hmm. So she was doing like a Netflix special, and then Joe Budden did a podcast at our theater that was on Love and Hip Hop.
We should do a podcast out there.
We should
book you, and we'll sell out. Featuring the security guard, OG Mike.
It could, I know, I met me a couple of celebrities, face to face and everything. What's her name?
Hillary Clinton?
No, I ain't met Hillary. I wish I did. I haven't met Hillary.
I think I saw a picture once that you met Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer. Mark Buffalo.
Mark Buffalo.
I love him.
I think you're the Hulk.
Yeah,
the Hulk. Yes.
Who is
Mark
that?
Mark Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
It's Ruffalo.
Oh, okay.
It's Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Who's Mark Wahlberg? Is that a different guy?
Yes, he's the shorter version of John Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, just think of Transformers and you know him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is a question I've been saving for this special episode. Is I've always known you as OG Mike, and I gotta know, where did the name, OG Mike come from? Now, you don't have to tell me where Mike comes from. I have a guess, unless I may be mistaken. But at what point did you start going by OG Mike?
So that was actually started by the I will literally call them my big brothers and the coaches at the ROH Dojo back in the day. They just called me Old Man Mike for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't understand it.
Maybe I was like I know with the age that I came into the school was like up there, but maybe I was like the oldest student to come into the school. I don't know. But I started out as Old Man Mike.
Yeah.
And I think was because I was so different among everybody else, because I realized everybody was all northern like. And I'm like very, very southern like, especially to my music. And nobody was really into that urban culture. So I brought a lot of my urban flavor, that most of the stuff that I know that most southern people are in the South, and it just catch on to next thing you know, I'm now OG based on the fact that I'm like the most urban, most southernest guy anyone could ever meet. And I just translated to my own little thing as far as what most people do in the South.
Now, I got to come on your side for this one, because when Cheeseburger calls you Old Man Mike, I really don't understand it one bit. Like, I don't really get what he's going on about. Yeah.
I have no idea either. And I was just like, but the funny thing about that name, I'm used to an old slash to it, because that was something that was even given to me when I was a freshman in college, where it's like, my crowd brothers in the band, for some odd reason, even when I was like, 18, 19, a freshman in the band, they called me Old Nuts.
Old Nuts.
For some odd reason.
Now, was nuts spelled with a Z at the end?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Was it an implied Z?
Yeah.
Old Nuts.
So you mentioned the Ring of Honor Dojo. Like, what was the story with you starting to train at the Ring of Honor Dojo?
So what a lot of people don't know is the fact that I took a gamble risk on my own, where I pretty much paid this money on my own. I technically had money, but I didn't have money.
Yeah. Okay.
So, meaning that I had no money to really say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and train to be a wrestler. What I did was I took a risk and took out money out of my 401k to pay for the school from the job that I had previously, to take the money out and just like, yeah, I'm going to take a risk with my own money that I saved up for something else and see how it goes. And the risk and gamble paid off. I'm still here.
Now, did you just did you live nearby at the time, or did you just get on a bus, or what?
No, I took a bus all the way from Florida to come all the way up to Bristol, Pennsylvania to, check the school out. A friend who's very fan fanatic with wrestling kind of convinced me to, check out, the ROH dojo. I was like, I'm going to check it out. But I was more fearful of the fact that it's up north. And I heard so much myth stories about the north and the cold.
You got to tell me some of these stories. What's a story you heard that you were afraid of?
The cost of living.
Okay.
Like us down southerners know that, the cost of living, everything is cheap in the South.
That's good. I thought you were going to say like a Bigfoot or something.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But I was more fearful of the cold, because I heard the stories of cold and the weather, and I'm not a person of the cold. Before I even came up here, I never seen snow in my life.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm just like, I hate snow.
Me too.
But you from Indiana. So
I am, but still.
You see snow every day.
Every day you see it.
It's 24/7 snow there. But no, I can relate to the hating of the snow.
So,
we're tropical. That's how it is.
Oh, yeah.
We're tropical.
Absolutely, we are. Yeah.
Yeah, even though I was born in the winter, but I am a summer person completely. But yeah, I just took that gamble. I went and checked out the school, saw some stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. And then when I saw certain things that just wasn't going right, I just like, nah, let me go ahead and pack my bags, took two luggage, and within 2 months after coming up here and checking the school out, moved up here. Then January 2015, started training.
Yeah, that's a crazy story because you got to be brave to just bring your whole life up there.
Oh yeah, but I've always been a risk taker of everything on my life. I've done things where, I won't say I risked my life, but I've done things that happen crazy.
Yeah.
I've crazy stuff where it's like, dating people I never met before.
What? That's crazy?
Well, talking to somebody that I put it like this. I dealt with a catfish scenario without being catfished.
I need to hear this if you're willing to tell it.
Yeah, so, basically, before social media became a thing, before catfish became a thing that everybody know about, everybody was on the MySpace tip. And, certain people was like getting requests by these people, just to add on to the list. So this one girl from Carolina added me on the list. I was like, hey, you want to be cool, talking cool. We chat for about a good year, and
year.
Yeah, about a good year. We started talking August of 2005. August 2006. I'm sorry, August 2006. And for that whole year, we've been like chatting through the phone, email, Facebook, MySpace. And then I just simply asked her, I got a trip to the theme parks, and I'm just wondering if you would like to go. And when I told her what was going to be the trip includes, this is something that, you would think this is some type of fairy tale type of...
that fancy, huh?
I won't say it was fancy. She just didn't know what I had in my pockets when it comes to connections and links and what and who that I work for that pulled off the stunt that I did.
Are you saying Walt Disney?
Well, I had to deal with the mouse. Yes, I used to work for Walt Disney World at one point, the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But, so I told her, like, look, I got a trip which blew up within a year span to the point that I able to take somebody to go to all themes of Walt Disney World.
Okay.
The parks, the clubs, the water parks, interactive, then SeaWorld, then Universal, and stay at a Disney hotel for a week.
That is a lot of hookups for sure.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing about living in Orlando, Florida, if you work for, not even work for a theme park, you gotta know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody
who robs somebody.
No, to get tickets.
I
don't care if you say you have your best friend, second baby mama. Work for Disney World.
The second one.
Yeah, if you have a best friend, this is best friend, baby mamas, and that they got tickets to go to Disney World. It's like, hey, what can I do to get hooked up with tickets and everything? You have to know somebody for you not to pay the money to go to the park. So, I told her you're going to be staying at the Disney Hotel for 7 days. And it seems so unreal that, I even sent, brochures, maps, and everything to the girl place and let her know.
Yeah, maybe she thought you were the scammer here.
Yeah, like, I can't, it's like, it's hard to recoup. It's like, I could redo the trip today, but to somebody brand new that's been so scam up with, with dating and everything, it's hard to pull that off in these days now.
Yeah.
But what I able to do, I kind of converse her in a way that that she say yes. And again, we started talking in August 2006, and the first time I met her is May 2007.
Okay.
And before then, I just seen pictures. There was no FaceTime, no Skype, no none of that. I'm just going by, okay, I'm hoping this is the person who she is based off the pictures.
So could you describe how the pictures looked?
What do these pictures look like?
Was she, just Halle Berry looking?
Dump piece?
No, she's, let me see, how should I say? If I have to describe her to someone of today, I would have to say she's somewhat of a Cardi B.
Okay.
Not as far as looks wise, but personality wise.
Okay.
Now that doesn't answer the question in any way, but that's all right. Just continue the story.
So what about looks wise?
Yeah.
How did she look looks wise?
I guess what we're asking is, did she look, very attractive in her photos?
Yes, she is. She definitely looked who she said she was in her pictures, but she definitely has a feature that I truly love.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it was I think it was more of a curse than a blessing, because every time I meet women and I'm getting some type of vibe with them as far as talking, I always come up with women who have double D breasts.
Okay.
And she was no exception.
Okay.
Not whatsoever. So that was something I had to contend with. But
you content with it.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to take these double D's out.
Well, actually, it was ease.
It was ease.
Yeah. So, but they was lovely. They was lovely.
Okay.
Short and lovely. Like, she was short in height, but lovely in size.
Okay. So what happens on this fateful day then?
I was hoping she ain't gonna just like, oh, you're not my type, and have me take her back, because I pretty much not only took care of the trip wise, I took care of her traveling, like the whole expense and everything was under my hands. So again, she did not know what I had as far as how these things is coming down, but other than trying to take care of her trip to come down and food and everything, I was just hoping things was going to be right, and it was. So because of that, I never had issues of saying I've been catfished, because that was like, and then plus back in them days, it was like you were more fearful of someone kidnapping you and having you run away with somebody, because those stories that have MySpace a bad rep. So just to say, well, I'm going to bring somebody all the way down to Orlando who I never met in my life, and she going to be under my care for 7 days in a hotel.
Right.
And we made it work.
So I guess the question now that all the viewers want to know is, did you smash?
No, wait a minute. You said this was a catfishing story.
No, it wasn't a catfish.
What?
It's not. I said I was in the catfish scenario without being catfish. Because you hear the stories of, well, I've been talking to this person for a year.
For a year straight, and then you first meet up, and it's not even...
They're not even double Ds.
And it's not even double Ds.
And it's not even the fact that, why can't we video chat? Because, a lot of people these days now feel like if we're talking, now it's like, well, I didn't see either we meet or we video chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I ask every girl that I talk to send me a video recording of her face saying my name out loud doing a peace sign with their hands. That way I know it's official.
Just in case they're catfishing other Eli Isoms, you get the peace sign in there.
Exactly.
Well, I've never been a person who actually had to go down that route. Even to today, I don't go down that route of saying, "Oh, I need to video chat with you just to see if you're real."
You put too much faith into people.
I put too much faith in people only because if I've dealt with so much of the risk taking back then and never had issues before, why become worried now? It's like, if I've never got in those situations before, it's like, why bother worrying about it? Yeah, I would say I put faith and judgment on these people only because if you're being true to yourself, why do you have to lie about yourself?
So, if I'm getting this right, are you saying I've never been killed before, so why should I ever worry about, standing in front of a moving car?
Listen.
But did you smash?
Let me see, should I answer that?
7 days.
You know what you can do in 7 days? A whole lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, we did a whole lot of stuff. But I would say I never thought that we were going to smash.
Mm-hmm.
But, certain things did kind of happen.
Okay.
But I'm
Some
not...
holding the hands,
Yeah, we hold hands.
Some hugs.
Hugs and everything. Yeah. She did some stuff that I wouldn't do.
Okay.
Meaning, she was on that yaya, so.
Naturally.
But,
okay, what is yaya?
It's a little slang, slang word for the good stuff.
There's a lot of drugs out there, and I need to know if this is marijuana or heroin.
Pretty much I know heroin.
Okay.
Just the marijuana.
Okay, that's the yaya.
Yeah, people call it a different name back then with yaya. Now it's like onions and stuff like that.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Onion, Bobby Brown, Whitney's, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we did know something. We got intimate.
Good.
That's good.
We got intimate.
Good. I would hate for those double D's to go to waste.
Yeah.
So.
Nah.
Ease. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, so it's like, because of those scenarios, I just don't worry about whether somebody's gonna trick me or not and everything. I just go by, okay, you're presenting yourself to me like this is who you are. And I'm hoping that you are who you say you are and everything.
Right.
But yeah, like, I'm truly blessed and truly very fortunate that I'm able to do something that I don't look at this as I'm chasing my dream. I look at this as I'm changing my life. And this has been a life changer for me. A person that's not only just been a wrestling fan like everyone else for years and years and years, but just the fact that I'm doing something that zero people thought I would ever be having even a chance to do. Oh, listen to She Money. I listen to everything, but yeah, She Money is that she's the truth. She's one of my go-to artists I like listening to, even today. So Turn Up for me is like one of them songs where it's like, it was just the melody, the hook and everything. And after that became one of my go-to songs at the gym.
Oh yeah. You just doing reps to Turn Up?
All the time.
Have you ever used Turn Up as an entrance music on the indies?
I haven't yet, but I will.
That surprises me.
Well, I have to find some way to edit these. Profound words and everything.
Let them fly. Just let them fly.
So if I could let it play, I'll let it play and everything. But if there was something that I could, edit some of the profanity, I definitely sure will.
Now, Eli's first Ring of Honor theme just had an N-word right in there, just playing on live TV.
It did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Just hidden among the leaves. Yes. It was an N-word. A soft A, but still.
Yeah, it did. Dun, dun, throw your hands high. Show it love. That's what it said.
Trust me.
It's crazy.
With the song I got, it got more than just M words in there.
Okay, yeah.
B words,
Yeah.
possibly some C words.
But right now, I'm doing, I'm still doing the crumb. What I've been playing in the indies, I've been doing a Little John song called I Don't Give a What, as far as the clean version.
Yes.
I Don't Give a What. And I like high energy music. That's what's like a lot of the down south music is all about. Is high energy, all in your face, edgy, wild music and everything. So, like music like that, where it's like you have to be careful going to the clubs in the South when they play music like that.
What do you mean you have to be careful?
You gotta be careful.
Because some music, we have some music that they will play in the club that is not legitimately fight music, but it's fight music.
It's fight, yeah.
So they just put songs on and people just start fighting?
If someone catches a bow, when a Little John song comes on, it's just the way it is.
And is the DJ just like, yeah, keep fighting?
Yeah, they will play songs that it's like people throwing bowls or whatever. It's just like, what was the one wild song that some people was afraid to play in the club back in the day? Like what, Trillville, Never Ever, Crime Mob, Nuck If You Buck, like songs like that, or actually the one song that I remember, it was very hard because it will cause a scene, was
why are they playing these songs?
It was hot. Little John, Rep Your City.
Okay.
That was a song, especially if you in a school area where there's multiple people in hot city areas. Of course, people are gonna rep their cities and everything. Their city better than the others, and that could cause a scene.
If you're not leaving in an ambulance, you're in the wrong club.
You're not. It's not a real party.
No.
Yeah, they make references of that too. There have been songs. They have their songs about starting riots in clubs.
Have you ever tried to start a riot in a club?
No. If I was in it, I probably would leave as soon as it breaks out.
No.
OG Mike would be the last man standing.
No.
It would just be a scat. No, just like
corpses everywhere.
These bodies are everywhere.
I'd be in a mosh pit. Definitely a mosh pit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When that adrenaline is just pounding and rushing and everything, it's like, unless your health is in danger, stay in that energy as much as you can. I was I went to an ICP concert a few years back, and that energy level was so live. It was just like, I did not want to get out of that mosh pit.
Oh, so you're a big juggalo?
I'm a juggler. I'm a hood juggler.
Face paint on?
Close to it.
Okay.
Close to it, but I'm definitely a hood juggalo.
Now, when you say hood juggalo, is that like a different sect of juggalos, or?
It's a juggalo, but you hood.
Oh, there you go. Have you watched some that ICP wrestling any?
I've seen a few back in the day. I didn't know they'd have anything now, but I've seen some back in the day.
I bet you could get booked with them.
Hey, I rep their set. I rep their music and everything. So, hey, they have me on. I definitely represent.
Now, what is a juggalo?
I would say a juggalo is pretty much a person who is being they're misunderstood, but they have a unique style of themselves that, they represent themselves loud and proud in a sense where, you understand, the hardships of making yourself known and making yourself proud and everything. So that's my interpretation.
Okay, that sounds like Chip. Yeah, Chip is a juggalo.
Okay, right. I miss that guy.
We do too.
Yeah.
So, before I try to just move on to any other topic, do you just have any funny stories off the top of your head that you can tell, you can think of?
Well, okay, I will say this. My close friends have banned me from making any type of Kool-Aid and tea.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I'm a person that I love sweets. And
Okay.
apparently when I make Kool-Aid, I make ghetto Kool-Aid. Apparently. And my friends tell me that I make Kool-Aid like it's Robitussin.
This is not becoming any more clear to me.
So
What is ghetto Kool-Aid like?
You just dump that bag of sugar in.
Oh, I see. You're doing like the double bag in it.
Well, you never heard of the term ghetto Kool-Aid? Ghetto Kool-Aid been out there for years.
Well,
I think you can clearly see that Sean is not from the ghetto.
You know, well, I mean, it's not even a ghetto thing. It's just like we all know, like a lot of people, especially in the South, we love sweets. So, you know, we like almost everything sweet. So
I'm just asking, what makes regular Kool-Aid different from ghetto Kool-Aid?
it's the sweetness.
So it's more concentrated then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, why have your friends banned you? Is it too ghetto?
It's too ghetto for them.
Okay.
You know, some people don't like too sweet, and some people like sweet, but I like mine's too sweet.
Now, give me a breakdown of how ghetto this is. Like, how are you preparing this?
So,
If I'm not mistaken, like the regular package of Kool-Aid is on the directions. It says
Right.
2 liters of water. And what
Right.
do you do?
yeah, everything is correct, but instead of measuring the right amount of sugar, I probably put maybe one more extra scoop or extra scoops of
Okay.
sugar, double time than what it says.
Double the sugar.
Double the sugar.
Okay, so everything's correct except you double the sugar.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
some more.
We should have some ghetto Kool-Aid sometime.
Hey, you should. I'll make a mixture. You know, whatever flavor you like, I'll make it.
What's your favorite Kool-Aid flavor?
Strawberry.
That's my favorite too. I love a good strawberry.
Nice.
You like cheesecake? I know Eli's a big fan of cheesecake.
I love cheesecake.
Yeah, cheesecake is nice, but I'm actually a brownie person.
Oh, okay.
Brownie is nice.
Now, is that brownies out of the oven, or is that another drugs thing?
Oh, no, just brownie.
Okay,
period.
regular brownie.
Just regular brownie.
Okay.
Now, you want to talk about microwave, just, you know, I like it cold, like a soft, warm, put the ice cream on top, and let it melt.
You know what my favorite piece of the brownie is the corner piece. Extra crusty.
See, I like the middle.
The middle.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a middle guy.
Nice, moist,
Chewy.
chewy.
Me and OG Mike are on the same page.
No, well, you know, I'll just unplug this mic right now.
Right.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with the corners and
Well, the corner, you get the crunchy edge, and
That's
then you
true.
get the chewy off to the sides, off to the
That's
other
true.
side.
That's true. I mean, I actually will start, from the corner and then work my way to the middle.
From the middle to the corners.
Now, when I have a plate of brownies that I eat all by myself,
Yes.
I'll cut all the edges out first and just keep going around in a circle.
Nah, that's just like those type of people that when they eat a sandwich, they take all the edges out and
The crust.
Oh, yeah.
The crust of the bread.
Now, what are your thoughts on that? Do you do that?
No, that's just weird to me. Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
You're wasting some good crust.
Yeah,
That's some square stuff right
Just
there.
eat the
Yeah.
bread as it is.
Yeah, in fact, when I eat sandwiches, I just eat the bread as is, and then I eat the meat, and then I drink a little bit of mustard. Because, like, what's the difference?
What? Why would you do that?
I mix them up in my stomach.
Now, OG Mike, I wanted to ask you real quick, how familiar are you with today's celebrities? You pretty familiar with them?
A few, not all, but a few.
Okay. Well, I wanted to play a quick game with you called Mofico.
Okay.
And, marry one, F one,
Yeah.
kill one. If you're interested, I would like to play with you.
Of course,
real
of
quick.
course.
Sounds a good idea here.
Okay. So,
I mean, we're all adults playing Mofico here.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect.
So here's my 3. You say who you want to marry,
Okay.
and kill. So what I've got here is I've got Monique. Are you
Okay.
familiar with Monique?
Yeah.
Okay. So Monique, Melissa McCarthy. You're familiar with her?
Melissa McCarthy.
Is she the woman who has AIDS?
No. No.
Is she related to AIDS in any way?
I don't think so.
There must be someone else.
The name from there, I'm not too sure.
Okay, well, I'll think of a different one then. So we'll come back to that in a second. We'll just
come back to the AIDS. Don't F her.
So we got Monique, we got Amy Schumer,
okay,
and we've got Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, I mean, that's already easy one. that's an easy one from the bunch right there.
Okay.
So I definitely F Amy, marry Monique, and kill Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay. I just wanted to make it clear, as of right now, Amy Schumer is pregnant. So are you okay with saying this?
I have no comment. I have no comments on that. I plead the fifth.
Okay. There you have it.
OG Mike, I gotta ask you another question. It's reminding me of a mofako of old. It's not a mofako, but are you familiar with the Madea movies?
Yes. Actually, there's some Madea movies I like. Everything. I don't watch all of them, but there was a few I like.
Do you have like a top 3 Madea movies? Because in Meat Pod's past, Madea actually, was a chart topper in one of our movie competitions. Okay. In fact, if I recall, it was the greatest movie ever made. Madea Goes to Jail, that is.
Okay, I won't say that was not my top.
Okay. What's your top Madea movie?
So, I would say Medea's Family Reunion was one. Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
That's a good one. I do actually like that one. That's when he takes the chainsaw to the couch and all that stuff. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. And what's the third one I remember I saw? I would say this one, but it's more of a Tyler Perry movie, but it's not Medea's.
Okay.
But I would say Medea's Most Wanted.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I've never seen a Madea movie.
It's interesting. It's interesting and everything.
You would love Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Okay.
And I mean, the thing about, especially with a Diary of a Black Woman, it does give that I would call it stereotype of.
You could say that, yes.
Because what I look at it as, it gives a lot of topics of, yes, the hardship of a black woman who, get cheated by the man that she's in love with. And now she, scored from that. And, she's pretty much, taking her frustration out on a new man that it's hard for her to trust because it's hard for her to get, away from what she dealt with in the past and then getting her vengeance back to the person that she was married to. So it does give that that stereotype of a topic of, established black woman get cheated on by the man that she loved, which is a black man, and for the fact that she's trying to find love in a new man, it's like it's hard for her to trust because she feels that not all black men will treat the black woman right.
Yeah. In the movie, the man she's married to, before he leaves her for someone younger and more beautiful, who is also a black woman, he gets shot because he's a lawyer and he's representing this gangster or something like that. And they find him guilty. And the guy was like, the gangster guy's like, I thought you were going to get me out. And he goes, I didn't promise you nothing. And then right before he leaves the courtroom, he gets shot in the back. And
the courtroom?
Yes, he gets shot in the back and he gets paralyzed. Then the person that he cheated on with, she leaves him. And then his wife comes back. And then physically abuses him for about 30 minutes in this movie.
Okay.
Like, she cooks herself like this full course meal and she's eating it right in front of him and he can't move his arms and his legs.
The man's getting abused.
He's getting abused?
But he abused her.
Yeah,
he abused her.
He abused her first. She getting her legs back, but then there's some part in her conscious mind that, you know what, no matter how much you did me wrong, you're still my husband.
Yes,
I still love you, and I'm going to nurse you back up.
This was after she drowned him in a bathtub.
Not because
I feel like I'm hearing two different movies here from two different sides of the table.
No, you're hearing the bad side of what she's doing, but now she's doing the good things.
And there's some Medea sprinkled in from here
and
there.
What I'm hearing is OG Mike's talking about this, family tale of drama, and then I'm also hearing that a paralyzed man's getting she
Yeah. Well, he's getting drowned only because it's like she want him to feel the pain.
Right.
To be clear, he did bad things too. Yeah. He beat on her and he kicked her out of the house, left her with nothing.
Left her with nothing.
Did he throw some marbles under her feet and she fell down?
No. I mean, the worst for anybody, the worst thing you could do to a person when you've been married to for so many years and everything is saying that I'm leaving you for another woman, and then you're gonna be out with nothing.
Especially a black woman.
And the fact
they don't
that,
roll with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and the fact that, y'all built this empire together, and yet he's taking everything and leaving you with nothing.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Now, the thing that where Medea plays in, Medea was like that type of person that is like, what, he did what? Oh, no, we ain't having that. Like, she's a type of, what I could say, she's a type of, I guess, friend, family member that's like, yo, they did you what? Yo, give me the word, and I'm gonna F them up. And it's like, no, like, everything he have, you getting half. So that's where she took the chainsaw. And
okay, so yeah, when the guy kicked the lady out of the house, the lady was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And Medea's like, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back there. We're going to take everything, like every half of everything. So she brings a chainsaw with her. And she's like, nope, I literally meant half of everything. And she cuts the couch in half.
Okay.
And, cut the couch.
They're destroying the property of a paralyzed man?
No, he's not paralyzed
yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's towards like the end of the second, beginning of the third act.
The third 3-act structure of Medea.
Of course, yes. And it's funny because beforehand, the lady was like, you know what? This stuff happens all the time. I'll figure my way out. And then Medea's like, oh, hell no. You're going to go and you're going to abuse that man. You're going to...
when this guy gets shot in the spine, paralyzed from the waist down, does a laugh track play when he starts suffering? Is that how it works?
It's a very serious scene.
It's like a saddened scenario where it's like, karma came back to bite you in the ass because you did all this wrong stuff to this person. And you never thought for 1 second the person that you're with now is going to leave you. And she ended up leaving for the guy.
And also you get shot in the back with bullets.
Right in the spine.
And become permanently disabled.
Now, within the first, second plots to the movie, she met this young brother that, he wanted to treat her right, wanted to treat her nice and everything. They started talking and everything. And everything was going so right that, she finally earned the trust of a man. She's going to date this new person and everything. But when she found out what happened to her husband, she's like, I got to be with my husband. And she left the new guy high out and dry. Mm-hmm. And not even thinking, the emotion factor you put on him now because he invested so much time in her. But she was like, she got to go back to her husband. But when she realized what love is and this and that, she's like, I can't love you no more. And decided to leave the husband after he's, in a okay scenario part and decided to be with the new guy towards the end.
Now, Eli, do you want to tell me some ridiculous thing that happened to contrast all of that?
When the man gets paralyzed, and the lady cooks a full course meal for herself, he's sitting there at the table. And he's crying because he's so hungry, and he can't move his hands because
he can't move his hands either.
No, he's paralyzed.
Oh my god!
So he's trying to reach for a fork, and he's crying because he was starving.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, you're hungry? Well, maybe you should go, make you a microwave meal in the kitchen or something like that." And then he starts calling for his girl that he left her for. So he's like. Oddly enough, her name is Christina. He's like, "Oh, Christina." So,
but then there's the one point in that scene where she actually got up and dumped his head in some mashed potato or something.
I think that does happen. That does happen. So he's calling for Christina, and she's like, "Oh no, Christina's gone." And then he starts crying some more, and then she goes,
"Yeah, what a loser."
And then she goes, "Matter of fact, she even cleaned out your bank account. She took all of your money." So he's paralyzed, fully paralyzed, and he has no money. And he's hungry.
Oh, what an idiot, am I right?
I mean, that's the thing about karma and everything. You never know what's going to come back to you when you do people with urban dirty.
Yes. And he did do wrong. He beat on her and stuff like that.
But the thing that it was a good move, but the thing that I noticed with a lot of Madea movies, is they speak the tales of the female doing wrong by the black man, but the thing that a lot of people don't realize too, that there's women too that do the black man wrong as well, that a lot of people don't hear the stories of how you hear a good man trying to do right and meet someone who is, thought was going to be a good person, but also do them wrong too.
Right. Hopefully that, that alleged woman gets shot in the spine, becomes fully paralyzed, loses all her money, and has no one that loves her.
It could happen.
Could happen to anyone.
Also, spoilers for Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Spoilers.
I don't know if I want to hear this, but
no, I'm just saying, up until now, we've spoiled the whole movie. So there's that.
I mean, there's other spots. There's other spots in there too.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Another stereotype of another Madea movie was the family reunion. That one had to deal with the fact of both domestic violence and trust issues.
And was there anyone getting their face in the mashed potatoes too?
You know what? Truthfully, not mashed potatoes, but hot grease.
Oh, so it's just assault.
Yeah, and this is the thing, and this is coming from...
this is your standard family reunion.
It's karma, man.
See, this is coming from Medea's mouth. Because Medea's find out that one of her family members was getting physically abused by what was going to become her fiance, probably her husband. So once Medea's find out about the news, she's like, you know what? We're going to, this is how you get even. You're going to cook your man some breakfast. Cook some hot grease. Mm-hmm. Cook it up nice and hot and warm. And when he thinks he's going to get a good hot meal of hot grease, just take the pot and throw it in the face.
That might even be assault with a deadly weapon.
Don't worry about that. Medea promotes deadly violence.
She been in court a couple of times.
Yeah.
Medea goes to jail. I think we can all, learn many valuable life lessons from the Medea critically acclaimed films.
I agree.
And I mean, she made some television appearances too and everything. One thing about Medea that she's kind of she's the old school Southern type of parenting that, you act up, you're gonna get whooped. Don't give no mouth because you're gonna get whooped. And she made that loud and clear. I think there was a scene Yeah, there was a scene in the family reunion that, one of the child that she's caring of, she's like, people messing with her on the school bus, going to school and whatnot. So it's like, oh, what? They doing what? Oh, no, we ain't having that. So she went into the school bus and like, who giving this girl some problems?
Mm-hmm.
And she literally physically attacked one of the students that was on that bus because they was giving the girl some problems.
Life lessons from Medea: physically attack children.
Yeah, and she's not no stranger to the belt.
Oh,
I'll tell you, if I think there was a scene where one of the TV shows that one of the children was, giving smart remarks to Medea, and then like Medea was like, you know what? Hold on for a second, child. Let's go to the other room and put that whooping.
oh well. Sometimes you have to beat up a child
when they acting up.
Yeah. If they're getting fresh,
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, that was me back in the day.
Me too.
I got the belt.
I got plenty of whoopings back in the day.
Yeah, Haitian parents love the belts.
I got the wooden spoon.
I had that too.
Wooden spoon. My aunt would make me go pick out my own switch.
What?
She would say, go pick out a branch on the tree.
Oh.
And I would have to pick out a branch.
Oh.
And I'd bring it back to her. And then...
Haitian parents don't believe in switch. Haitian parents believe wherever they could get their hands on.
Hot grease if necessary.
That's what they believe. They believe wherever they could get their hands on.
Come here, OG. Take this hot grease.
Take this, my son.
Yeah.
Boiling grease.
Yes.
Let's move on from the Tyler Perry universe. Do you have anything that you want to just put out there? This is a public platform for you. This is a hot mic.
Yeah, is there anything you want the people to know about OG Mike?
Either about OG Mike or a life lesson for the whole world to hear. Thousands of listeners.
I mean, my big life lesson is just be true to yourself and everything. If you know who you are, you should never have to substitute anything about yourself or downgrade yourself to anything less than what you know you are. As long as you stay real to yourself, true, and just be you and everything, nobody's going to take that away from you. That's all that matters.
Now, let me ask you one more question. Let's say there's a youth listening, maybe a 12-year-old, maybe like early high school, a young OG Mike is listening in. What advice does he need to hear from you?
No, as long as you know you're capable to do anything, don't let no one tell you no.
Including in romantic matters?
In romantic matters, yes.
All right. And there you have it, folks. No matter what, don't let anyone tell you no in a romantic situation.
My advice is stay away from hot grease.
All right. OG Mike, do you want to sign us off here? Give us the sign off.
So, before we go, I do have a social media page.
Here we go.
Plug your social. Where can the people find you, OG?
So, you can find me on Facebook. You can just type my name, Mike Antoine, Mike, last name Antoine, and you will see me there. Or on Instagram at Night and Shadow. That's NIGHTANDSHADOW.
Right, there's no specific spell, it's just the correct way to spell Night and Shadow.
There's a correct way to spell Night and Shadow. So I'm on Instagram. I'm barely on Twitter, so you might as well not find me on Twitter. But
don't even bother finding me.
But definitely on Instagram and everything. I have a lot of different words of wisdom, encouragement. I speak a lot about love. I'm also into anime. So...
Right. OG Mike has been known to ask the Japanese wrestlers to translate anime theme songs for him.
Yes.
Well, see, I got into a lot of anime music, and there's some anime songs that I listen to the subtitle. I read the subtitle words, but I wish I could only know what they're saying. So
the subtitles.
I mean, it's different from when you're reading the subtitle.
Is the subtitles really what they're saying?
It could be anything.
It's different from the subtitle compared to just like, I might not know the song word from word, but I literally act like I know Japanese music and I'm singing the words like I know what it is, even though I can't sing Japanese. But I mean, it's just one of them things where it's like, yeah, I would like to know what they're saying.
All right, what's a cool anime song that we can play us out with? Just make your request and we'll add it in.
How about I kind of like play on my own? Like I had it. Well, how about I put it on the from the iTunes?
So you just gonna hold your phone up to the microphone?
I could.
All right.
You know what?
Just do it.
Yes, that's what we'll do.
Let's see. I actually have a hype one.
Good. You play whatever you want.
Yeah. Who cares?
Let's see. Okay. Yo, this OG Mike.
It's not loud. You gotta speak up.
You can speak louder.
Turn the music down. I was gonna hear it. You gotta turn. They're not gonna be able to hear you.
Yo, this is OG Mike, down south representative from the 407 Orlando, Florida, signing out from the meat pie. You heard me?
Alright, now turn it back up. Turn it back up. Alright, now slowly turn the volume down. Oh, he wants to let this rock for a second. Perfectly executed.